All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, everyone. This is Jean Pelletier. I'm the co-chair of the webinar committee, and today we are pleased to present the next in our series of member-to-member webinars. And today, Kathy Lawler of Cheshire Partners is going to talk about LinkedIn. Kathy is a co-chair of the membership committee, and the information she's presenting today will be especially important because the membership committee is planning to use LinkedIn as part of its outreach strategy. Kathy has been the managing director of Cheshire Partners since 1983. She provides website design, digital marketing, online brand management, social media consulting, planning, marketing, consulting services for the veterinary industry. She loves pets, especially dogs and birds, and she's the happiest when clients are happy. She's also served on a number of private company boards of directors and charitable organizations. She was one of the founding members of 2 animal-assisted therapy organizations in Chicago. She's spoken numerous times to veterinary and medical professionals on the topic of animal-assisted therapy. Kathy holds a degree from Northwestern University in economics. So with that, Kathy, I will turn this over to you.
Thank you, Jean, and good morning, everybody. Thank you for attending our LinkedIn member-to-member webinar. We really appreciate it, and I hope you all can see me. I'm going to wave because I'm going to turn myself off here now so we can look right at the screen here. We're particularly excited, we on the membership committee, to use LinkedIn. I know many members of our group are already on LinkedIn and are already using it to publish their work and their articles and to make connections with other members and other members interested in the veterinary profession. The Vet Partners has a group, and the group is a little over 3,400 members strong. This is a wonderful way to reach out, get your publications to members of the veterinary profession. They've already expressed an interest in our group and our members. They've signed up for our group, and so the membership committee and the communication committee are very excited to lend this group some direction and give our members some direction on how to get some benefits out of being a part of the Vet Partners group page. So what we're going to talk about today, some of it is maybe a little basic for our LinkedIn, our members that are already using LinkedIn, but it's always good to review. And then there's some new items towards the end. Of course, towards the end, I want everybody to stay on, that I hope will be of interest to our members. So LinkedIn is a business-to-business social media platform, and it started out, and people joined and went on LinkedIn to basically power their career. So they were able to find people from other companies they may want to work for. They were able to find jobs. Companies would post jobs, and then similarly companies were able to find them. They put their experience out on LinkedIn, and recruiters would look for them on LinkedIn. LinkedIn has turned into and is growing rapidly, and now has a terrific part of it that is articles and industry groups and publishing capabilities for people. And we're going to talk a little bit about the importance of that today and why Vet Partners is interested in making sure that we're taking advantage of the group on LinkedIn as well. So with any social mission, so all of us have a social media piece to our marketing plan, and there should be a social mission with it. Depending on the service that you offer or the product that you offer, many times there's a social mission that includes, for example, animal-assisted therapy. I might want to combine my love for animal-assisted therapy with some of the services we offer, and I can do that through my social mission. But any social media mission or plan has a piece that says connect with your audience. And so every social marketing program has connect with your audience. And this is where the Vet Partners group comes into play. So all of us should be a member on LinkedIn, and we should be at least a member of the group to be a part of the conversation, to look and see what's happening in the veterinary profession. Is there anything we need to know, any new items, any new thoughts? And the other thing we're asking everybody to do today is follow the Vet Partners company page. We're going to talk in a minute about the difference between a public, a profile, personal profile, and a company page. So we want to make sure that the two things that everybody does, or the three things that everybody does after today's webinar, if you're not already using LinkedIn, is to get a social profile, join the group, and create a company page. And we're going to go over that here a little bit more in detail. So what's the lingo that goes along with LinkedIn? First thing you need to do is create a personal profile. And that's the personal profile that will connect with other LinkedIn members. It's through your personal profile that you will be sharing your ideas and publishing your articles. It'll be where you're telling your personal story, not necessarily your corporate product story, but your personal story. The thing about your personal profile is that it needs to have your real name. I know in the old days some of us would set up a profile with a nickname or something that wasn't real. It needs to have your real name and a real email. Once you have created your personal profile, you'll want to create a company page. In order to create a company page, your personal profile must be active for 7 days, and it needs to have some activity. So the way to get activity is to join up the Vet Partners group. Start finding the members, identifying them, clicking on them, asking them to connect up. It's all very easy on LinkedIn. And on your company page, this is where you will promote information about your business, your brand, and if you have any job opportunities, that goes on your company page. So for those of us that actually have a product associated, a physical product associated with our service, you definitely want to post information about your product on your company page. Vet Partners will be using the company page. How they will use it is to be determined by the communications committee, the board, or whatever. But Vet Partners, when it does start using the page and promoting itself, it will be using the company page. And I would think that, you know, part of using the company page would be to you know, kind of highlight new members, achievements, our mid-year meeting, the Hot Rocks presentations, or the annual meeting. So those are some of the things that would go on the corporate page for Vet Partners. And then our personal profiles will interact with groups. And again, the great place to start is through the Vet Partners group. But you might find other groups that you'll want to be associated with. I'm in the marketing groups, and I'm sure some of the CPAs out there are in the CPA and the tax group. So there's quite a lot of groups out there. So definitely look around and find some groups that have information and people that you find interesting in your career. So to get started, you're going to set up a personal profile, which is really pretty easy. And you'll notice here on the left, I have a graphic. The minute you log in, you have your personal profile. It will ask you, just like Facebook and some of their social media, can we look at your address book? Can we see who's, who you know? And it will find connections. Over time, it will also find connections through your activities on LinkedIn. So go ahead, set up a personal profile, upload a picture, and then start connecting with business associates, other Vet Partners members, and definitely join the Vet Partner group page. And again, please follow the Vet Partners company page. We need more followers on the page, so please do that. After 7 days, definitely set up a company page for your company, all right? When you're setting up your page and you're setting up who you are, write interesting copy. There's a couple slides later on that have infographic. with some suggestions on how to set up how to be interesting, but definitely be interesting and write as if they don't know you. I know many of our Vet Partners members are very recognizable in the veterinary profession, but you really want to write as if they don't know you. So you want to say very specific keywords: veterinary consultant versus consultant, veterinary business advisor versus business advisor. So you really do want, if someone's searching for someone in the veterinary profession, you want them to be able to find you. So be descriptive, be as descriptive about the industry as possible, pay attention to details, and then try to expand your vocabulary. I find when I write for the web, sometimes it starts sounding the same. So I have to step back and I have to say, okay, how can I say veterinary consultant or veterinary marketing in a different way, but it still portrays what I'm trying to get to. It's pretty easy to search on LinkedIn. On the left-hand side, I'm going to highlight my mouse here so you guys can see this. So on the left-hand side here, there's really good search, and it goes down farther than the screen. You can search cities and states and all these different things. But when you're looking for the Vet Partners company, definitely go to here to company, up here, Vet Partners. And then the very first one here is the Vet Partners company page. And I want to give kudos to Elizabeth, who branded the Vet Partners page very, very nicely with our new logo and our new tagline. And you'll notice that she updated the description. So it says here, we're a nonprofit association of veterinary business specialists dedicated to serving the veterinary profession. She did a great job, and then she goes on to make a really great description here. That's what you want to do so that people can find you. When we have updates, this is where you will find updates. This is where people who really don't know Vet Partners will find updates. Hopefully, we're going to be seeing some membership drives and some communication from the communications committee about Vet Partners here, but it's a great start, and kudos to Elizabeth and certainly Amanda and Melissa Neff, who's working. Amanda's on the membership committee working from the membership side, and Melissa from the communication side. So finding the group page is very, very similar. Over here on the left, there's groups. You type in Vet Partners. You can also type in an industry that you're looking for. You can type in other keywords to find what you're looking for. Come down here, click on it, and you will end up with the Vet Partners group page. The posts, the conversations will be down here. I have one here. This is when I took the screenshot. That was the most current post. You'll notice we have 3,400 members. And what's interesting about this is over here, if you click on this right-hand side of this page over here and you click on members, you will actually see who the members of the group are. I've been amazed every time I look on here. I see clients, I see people I used to know, and it's just a great way to see who's interested in the veterinary profession. I guarantee you when you click over there, you will be able to find people that you know or that you'd like to reconnect with, and definitely reach out to them. It's pretty easy to connect. You click on their picture. It sends them a little message that says, hey, Kathy Lawler would like to connect with you on LinkedIn. And hopefully they say yes, and then you can begin a dialogue. So it's a really great way to keep in contact with people. So that is, if we can get there, if all of us at Vet Partners can get there, we definitely can start using LinkedIn in a very easy way, not a lot of time during the day. How do we do that? We can comment on publications from our members. We can comment on articles and news items. And the more comments that are out there, it helps our Vet Partners members, because gaining credibility is when we say, hey, that's a great post or great article, or this is what I'm noticing as well about this industry trend. Whatever the article is, definitely comment on the Vet Partners publications that are out there on LinkedIn. And if you get a chance and you feel comfortable with sharing someone's content, definitely reshare it. And you may want to send them a quick message to say, hey, do you mind if I reshare your content? But most of the time, people really like when someone shares their content, someone comments on their content, and makes a dialogue around whatever the article is about, the topic. When you are out there on LinkedIn and you want more, put your articles on LinkedIn. I know all of us have blogs. I know all of us have writings that we do and things that we're looking at. Definitely put them on LinkedIn. Again, the idea is we want our 3,400 followers of our Vet Partners group to know what the industry leaders are thinking at any given moment. Okay, so that's a great way to use the group page, publish your articles, and then definitely post news about you and your company. Updates to your products, post it on your company page. Updates to your service, post news articles. Again, we want the veterinary profession to know what we're thinking about as the thought leaders for the profession. So this is a graphic. I like the LinkedIn graphics, and I never believe in recreating the wheel. They have some really good tips, and I put a couple of them in my slide because they have tips, and the one thing that I really want everybody to take away from today is compelling copy. All right, optimize introductions and headlines, and then the next one is upgrade the visuals. So get started. If you don't have a picture that goes with your content, don't worry about it, but strive for that. Makes really good visuals as people are scrolling through the page. So there's ideas here, very quick ideas. Download the presentation. I think Elizabeth will be sending out the PDF after the webinar. Definitely take a look at this and get a tip there. So I've got two more topics to talk about, and then I urge everybody, if you have any questions or comments or tips you want to share about publishing on LinkedIn, definitely write your comments. I forgot to say this at the beginning. Write your comments into the box on your webinar control panel, and Jean and Elizabeth will make sure your comments or your questions will get asked or hand you the microphone or however it works. Two new things to be aware of, and again, this is for our members that are already on LinkedIn or to urge people to say, yeah, I need to be on LinkedIn. The first one is LinkedIn has now combined they had a product called Pulse. And Pulse was an app that you could get on your phone. And Pulse was the news feed for LinkedIn. They've now pulled Pulse in, and they are now encouraging people to publish on Pulse. So it is still a news feed. It is still, I don't think it's available by the app. I think they pulled in the app. But if we want our articles to be seen in their newsfeed, and for anyone following their newsfeed for up-to-date articles on the veterinary profession, you need to publish your articles not just on LinkedIn, but on Pulse. It is a separate platform for articles. The kind of unusual thing about Pulse is the articles aren't going to be formatted the way you probably want your article to be formatted, but definitely get on Pulse, put your article on there, let it format your article, because what you're seeing here is how it shows up on the screen. Excuse me, I just took a screenshot of the Pulse. You can identify professions and different keywords if you're looking for different articles, but definitely expand your publishing to this platform, Pulse. I know that they're going to be, or they say they're going to be, extending the reach of Pulse, and I think that would be really great for our members to have their publications on Pulse. The other thing that's new with LinkedIn, and again, another reason why we want to be there and be checking out what LinkedIn is doing, is they now have a ProFinder piece to LinkedIn, and the professional can sign up through LinkedIn as a certain consultant or a certain type of category, graphic design or accountant. And if someone is looking for that professional, they can find you through this new ProFinder job board that LinkedIn is creating. This has not gained too much attention yet. They haven't really started to advertise it, but I believe that they will be really advertising this ProFinder coming soon, maybe this summer or later in the year. So this is definitely something that our members should know about, and all of us, and I'm not in here yet, but I think we all should be in the ProFinder so that people, when they're looking for what we offer, if they're searching on LinkedIn, they can find us. So these are two new platforms that LinkedIn has come out with that our members should know about. The last slide here is we have for today, there are resources both for people who are established on LinkedIn and those of us that are looking to establish a presence on LinkedIn. So again, there are PDFs that I think you can download from the controls, and definitely take a look at these. So the personal branding playbook is about your personal profile, the company pages, how to market your company pages, and then a nice guide for small business. The sales playbook, if you're reaching out to people, can help. And then the LinkedIn publishing talks about publishing on Pulse. So it's ways to do that. I also want to mention, before I turn over the controls for questions, I also want to mention that membership and communication will have more information for everybody throughout the year about LinkedIn. We're going to membership is pretty excited about it. I think communication is too. So definitely this is one of many tools that everybody will be getting about using LinkedIn and using the Vet Partners portion of LinkedIn to promote ourselves, our businesses, and most importantly, to promote Vet Partners as a great organization that it is. So with that being said, I'm going to ask if there's any questions. I'm turning it back over to Jean. I think I've lost Jean. Can everybody hear Jean? How about Elizabeth?
Jean was desperately trying to unmute her mic.
Okay, good. I got a little.
I'm clicking and clicking to unmute my mic. I actually have a question.
Yeah.
And that is that I am not part of the Vet Partners group. And I was trying to search it out, and when I search, I don't find it. How would I find the link to that group to join?
Sure. So I have my live Vet Partners, I have my live LinkedIn up here on the screen. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to do groups. So I typed in Vet Partners up here in the search bar at the very top, and then I clicked on groups, and you notice it popped up here in the middle. And you could tell it's the difference from the group because it has the 3,400 members. I can go back one here so you can see it. I typed in Vet Partners here. And then over on the left, on this extensive menu system that they have over here on the left, I clicked on group. Now I'm logged in. Are you logged in? You got to be logged in.
Yeah, I'm logged in. I guess I'm not getting to the group page. And when I put Vet Partners in, I get the Vet Partners company page.
Right.
And I get something for the 2014 spring meeting, but I don't get the group. So that's
so over here you typed in Vet Partners up in the box, and then over here on the left go to group. Click on group. And that's what you should see. You should see the Vet Partners for the good of the profession.
Okay.
I would change that for the good of the veterinary profession, but that's okay.
Oh, okay. Yes, I see now.
Yeah, and then when you click on that, you need to click on the Vet Partners, and now you're on the group page.
Yeah, but it says, sorry, no results containing your search terms were found, and my search term is Vet Partners. Maybe could it be, nope. Yeah, I get that there is no search term.
Really?
Yeah.
when you click on, okay, well, let's try it a different way then. If you click on home,
Mm-hmm.
all right, now you're logged in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you do, let's see, if you come over here, go to interests,
Mm-hmm.
go down to groups.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now you're just in any kind of a group, right? So now let's go over to search. Let's find the search box. Oh, go to the search box. Now just
Mm-hmm.
type in vet partners.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now I see a bunch of companies and everything here. Do you have the same? You have people and company results for vet partners on your screen?
Okay, let me try one more time. Yeah, I'm just not getting the same thing you are. I don't know why.
Do you have now? Do you have the menu on this on the left?
Now, I have the basic profile. I do not have the enhanced. Does that make a difference?
No, that won't make a difference. So here's my profile, okay? I come over
Yeah.
here to interests,
Yeah.
and when well, you know, maybe you can, let's see if we can get it from the company.
Because I get five company results for Vet Partners, and it is Vet Partners Australia, Veterinary Practice Planners,
Okay.
and that's it. And then there are two other related companies, but zero groups.
All right. So why don't I help you? We'll show your screen if
Right.
there's any more, you know, let me help you
We
when
can do that after, yeah. But
okay.
I just didn't know if anyone else was having.
It's a really
I tried to go to a few people I knew in Vet Partners to see if they were part of the group, so then I could find it that way.
yeah,
But I wasn't.
great way to search. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I wasn't. No.
Okay. Are you a member of the group? Maybe that shouldn't be a reason
No,
why.
I'm not. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not a member of the group. So that's why I
Okay.
wanted to get to be one.
Okay. Well, what
So-
we'll do is at the end we'll swap and show your screen, and we'll try to
Okay.
make that happen.
Okay. Thanks.
Sure.
And actually another question is is there any guidance you can give about whether people should go with the enhanced profile, or is the basic fine?
The basic is fine. Stick with the basic. You can publish, you can do everything. The enhanced profile gives you the ability to see who's looking at you, and it gives you the ability to do some different things if you're looking for a job. So if you're going to get started out, the basic is just fine, the free is fine. If you want to do advertising, you have to have a company page, and you'll find that there's probably some reasons to switch, but it's really for the heavy LinkedIn user. If you're in sales, I would say where you really want to know an inbound lead, who's checking you out, you do want the enhanced profile. But right now for this and Vet Partners, the basic is just fine.
Okay. All right. And Richard says that he had to come in a bit late. He missed the early part of the presentation. And good news, Richard, this has been recorded, and you'll get a recording, so you'll be able to go back and find anything that you missed. Are there any other questions? This was really helpful, Kathy. It was a very nice, concise reminder, and a nice reminder for, I think, a lot of us to go back in and pay attention to our LinkedIn pages.
Absolutely, and I'm one of them that needs to go back in and pay attention. And when I got into this, I thought, wow, it's really changed. And we have this great resource, this members page, and it's a good reminder for all of us that we really should be using this tool. So thank you for the opportunity to do the webinar, and thanks to Amanda and Melissa for all their work and what's coming next. And thank you, Jean and Elizabeth. And thanks for everybody for joining in.
Thank you very much, Kathy. And this concludes our member-to-member webinar. Stay tuned for our next offering, which will be in May. And we should have some information going out about that shortly. Thank you, everyone.